If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any cheap PC games, use the referral link in the description. It will take you over to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods, and if you use the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again and welcome to episode number 18 of the Career Mode RTG, the return to glory with Nottingham Forest. We start with a game at home in the FA Cup. It's third round tie time and it's Chelsea that are travelling all the way up the motorway to Nottingham to take us on. We're starting our strongest possible 11, as you might expect, against most definitely our strongest possible opponents so far this season. Chelsea, one of the better sides in the Premier League, although in real life not showing it this year, obviously, understandably, and that's the reaction I always get in the comments whenever I mention Chelsea, but on FIFA they're definitely the best side in the Premier League. So they're starting Casey Palmer at cam though, John Mikel Obi at CDM alongside Ramirez, still got Diego Costa up top, still got Willian involved in the side, Branner on right back, Stroll. It's still an extremely strong Chelsea 11, but no idea where Oscar is, to be completely honest. Pedro though, it's going to have the first chance of the game, great feet to turn inside, there's that 5-star weak foot as well, having a good shot, well saved by Doris de Vries at the near post. Believe it or not, that was actually the only chance of the first half. I was just defending for my life, just encamped on our own side of the pitch, but eventually in the second half we were able to have a foray forward, and when we did, it took a top save from Thibaut Courtois to stop us from taking the lead. Henry Lansbury played the ball in, and it's a lovely whipped shot by Britta Sambolonga, but well tipped onto the bar. In fact, it may even have been Renato Sanchez that had the shot, I can't quite remember. Courtois comes and punches the corner away though. On comes Cesc for Casey Palmer, eventually bringing on a world-class cam rather than the youngster. Jack Hobbs gives that straight to Pedro there, but Mikel's going to get caught in possession by Jordan Ibe, works it back to Chris Burke, great turn across to a Sambolonga, shot again, well saved by Courtois, and there is the opportunity of the game to this point. 55 minutes played, Nelson Oliveira with an open goal in front of him. Yes, pressure on the shoulder from the defender, but he has to finish that. As the time progressed in the second half though, Chelsea threw more and more men forward, and we were able to catch them on the counter here with Jordan Ibe in behind their right back. Brilliant strike across the goalkeeper into the far top corner on his left foot, Jordan Ibe. Absolutely exquisite counter-attack. That is how you play against Barclays Premier League opposition as a not-so-good average championship team. You defend for your absolute life and then catch them on the counter with your fast wingers, and there you go, a finish as well. Didn't even need to find a deadly striker. The fast winger was enough to get it into the back of the net. Branner with a good cross, cleared away by Eric Lehigh. This is what the majority of the entire game was like. Then we're able to catch them on the counter again. Britta Sambolonga into Nelson Oliveira. Look at the far side. Ali Adnan had a 3-yard deficit to the defender there, but just the fresh legs of the substitute. He powers past Cesar Azpilicueta, gets to the ball first, buries it in the bottom corner. We're 2-0 up at home against Chelsea. It was completely undeserved as a victory in total. Chelsea dominated the game, but they couldn't create any clear-cut opportunities. Ramirez here has a chance at the end of the second half to give it into Pedro. His swivel shot goes wide. 2-0 is the final scoreline. That's the toughest test we've faced so far this season, but I'm extremely pleased with the way we've come through that test. Chris Burke has accepted the contract offer that we put to him, so we can now try and sell him for cash rather than having him leave on a pre-contract. We're getting bids in for Henry Lansbury. He's a rather popular boy in this transfer window. That's the second bid in for him at the minute. There's a third, this time from Real Betis. They're all about the same sort of price, between 3 and 3.4 million pounds. There's West Brom with another 3.4 million pound bid. He's valued at 2.9, hasn't grown that much. And hey look, another transfer offer for Henry Lansbury. Kelvin Wilson has now accepted his contract offer as well, so he can get sold on for cash. £3 million this time from Bordeaux for Henry Lansbury. Again, continuing to reject those offers. Oh look, another bid. This time it's for Henry Lansbury. £3.4 million from Espanyol, rejecting that one as well. And another bid, this time for Henry Lansbury. £3.1 million for £3.3 million from Lille. I was absolutely staggered by the amount of interest in one player. We got more bids. Another £3.4 million bid for Henry Lansbury, rejecting this one from Hanover as well. It was almost becoming a running joke now. I wasn't going to go reject all offers because I was just curious as to how many different teams wanted to sign Henry Lansbury. I wasn't sure whether to accept or counter-offer that for Jamie Ward. In the end, I just accepted the 1.1 million, and that will come in very handy when it comes to replacing some of the other players in our squad, those that are slightly older than the rest, like Calvin Wilson and Chris Burke, but it's 3rd place Nottingham Forest versus 24th placed Charlton Athletic in this second game. It was strong BPL side versus average ourselves, and we were able to get a win. So if we can beat Chelsea, we could beat the side that's bottom of the Championship, can't we? So McKeown up top alongside a strike partner in a 4-1-2-1-2 formation for Charlton, and we're starting, as you might expect, our strongest possible 11. We have actually, for the month of January, been able to avoid any sort of fixture congestion whatsoever. We've just got league games on the Saturday, and we had the FA Cup game at the weekend as well. Had we still been involved in the Capital One Cup, it might have gotten a little bit messy fixture-wise for this month. But as it stands, pretty happy with the way they were able to rotate the side. Not having to rotate the side, sorry, but not happy at all with the way that Charlton went 1-0 up. In fairness, it was a very, very good goal. A couple of 1-2s, they just pinged it about, quick 1 or 2 touch football, and we weren't able to cope with it. Henry Lansbury's first touch lets him down. There gets a tackle in, but can only toe poke it straight to another Charlton player. McKeown gets this around the corner to Musa. I was so confident that my defender was going to clear that, but a striker comes out from nowhere and just completely dominates the defender, rises 2 or 3 feet above him. Defender doesn't even bother to jump to try and clear the header, and that is 2-0 Charlton. Into the second half we go, and we're trying to get ourselves an equaliser here if we can, or a goal back to then go and search for an equaliser. Henry Lansbury into Nelson Oliveira, but a great block by the defender. Actually came off his face, Alexandrov there, as the ball goes out for a corner. You can see here from the replay. Thought it hit an arm initially, but no, square off the middle of the forehead, and very good defending from Charlton. Charlton doing to me what we did to Chelsea so far in this one. There's a header from Chris Burke that goes high and wide over the top of the bar from the resulting corner. Unfortunately, we still find ourselves 2-0 down for now. We're pushing deeper into the second half though. We're around about the hour mark now, still putting lots of pressure on them at the back, and they make another mistake. Nelson Oliveira picks up on the loose ball, turns inside the defender, drives inside, finish it, son! Well, that was an atrocious shot on his left-hand side, wasn't it? He's done much better than that throughout the season, and unfortunately not good enough this time around. Ali Adnan made the difference, coming off the bench against Chelsea, hoping he could do the same here against Charlton Athletic. And the other change was Chris Cohen coming on in the centre of midfield. Here's Britt Sombolonga going to play it into Chris Cohen. Gets a little bit lucky with the way it falls to him off the defender, but here's Henry Lansbury into Nelson Oliveira. Good strength to hold off the defender. This time the shot's on target. Henderson can't hold it, but Alexandrov gets there first ahead of any following striker to ensure that Charlton's 2-0 lead is kept intact. McKeown was in the box again. He was such a big, strong physical presence that we really didn't deal with him very well whatsoever in the entirety of this game. Again, playing nice one-touch football, and a good shot is well saved down low by Doris de Vries to keep us in the game. I just wasn't ready for this sort of performance from Charlton. They're bottom of the league. I was so confident going into it on the back of that game against Chelsea. Perhaps I was suffering from the same sort of complacency that Chelsea were when we played them. Chelsea clearly thought they'd get a good result and a positive result and an easy result against us, and we proved them otherwise. And I was in the same mindset here. Thought, if Charlton are bottom of the league, they're not going to cause us any sort of problems. We'll surely be able to get the ball past them, especially after beating Chelsea. And they took an early 2-0 lead, defended for their lives, and managed to get the win. And in fairness, 58% possession and 50% more chances as well. They deserved the 2-0 win. Fair play to Charlton Athletic. We're through in the FA Cup, but we get a defeat in the league. Our league status is still fine, and we're still up there in 3rd position. And hey, look, as we come back out of the game, another transfer offer. This time it's for Henry Lansbury. £3 million from St Etienne. We'll be rejecting that, thank you very much. Another one for £2.6 million for Henry Lansbury, this time from FC Lorient. Rejecting that one as well. So we've got some extra players that we can now sell on in Chris Burke and Kelvin Wilson now that they've signed those extra contracts. We're still waiting for scout reports back on most of the players on the shortlist, as you can see. We'll be adding to the shortlist from the players that you recommended in Monday night's episode as well. I haven't yet gotten around to recording an episode ahead so that I can, be able to use transfer suggestions from the previous episode, if you see where I'm coming from. So because it's just busy in real life with Christmas, etc. But we're still 3rd in the table. We're now 6 points off top and 4 points away from Hull City in 2nd, but there's still 20 games left to play. There's still 60 points available up for grabs, so I'm fully confident that we'll be able to at least hold on to a playoff position, and we'll try our absolute best, maybe with some good additions to the side in this January transfer window, to get ourselves an automatic promotion spot into the BPL for next season. But that's going to be all for now. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, of course. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check the channel page for anything you may have missed over the past few days, and whether that be this series, the My Player series, or the Valencia Career Mode series, an episode of which that went up earlier on today. I'll be streaming tonight as well. There are links in the description and on screen to my Twitch, to my Twitter, to my Instagram, to my Facebook, and to the No Identity merchandise store too. But for now, I'll see you next time.